So today's class is going to be about your core. We're talking about the main muscle group of your core. So here we have the ribs. In between the ribs are the intercostals. And then we've got our rectus, abdominis, and then layers of the obliques. There's internal and external obliques. And then if you were to take another layer off from the obliques, underneath the whole torso is the transverse abdominis. There is not a picture of it because it's the deepest layer, but it literally goes from your ribs across down to the pelvis is the transverse abdominis. And then on the back side of your body, along your spine, is the multifidi. And that is really important to create the stability of your spine. So in our rollout class, we're going to be kind of rolling out this lower rib area down to the low back. And we're going to be rolling the area that connects to your diaphragm, which is the quadratus lumborum, which is underneath this fascia here. And then it also connects to the iliopsoas, which goes through the pelvis, and it runs down the front of the thigh and to the inner thigh. So hopefully that visual was helpful to be able to sort of see what your body looks like, the muscles of your body, because I think that honestly, like with time, the more you sort of understand your anatomy, you can start to put the puzzle pieces together, especially when it comes to cues that teachers will use. Some teachers are very anatomy, verbally or focused, and some are more visual focused, like wings instead of saying scapula. So I just wanted to be able to sort of teach you more about your anatomy. And we are going to be working on the core in this rollout class today. So you will need your Coregeous ball and your original size tune-up balls. Okay. So we're going to start with the Coregeous ball, and we are going to place it on our sacrum and let our hips be elevated over our shoulders. So starting with the Coregeous ball underneath the sacrum, and your feet parallel. Let the weight of your heels sink down. And then you can even take your hands above the sacrum, below your belly button. And we are going to tap into our diaphragmatic breathing. So the diaphragmatic breathing is an inhalation from where your hands are up into your chest. As you exhale, move down your spine into your low back. Inhale, expanding your rib cage like an open parachute. And exhale to close the parachute. As you inhale, your diaphragm is moving towards your pelvis, condensing the organs in towards the pelvic floor. And then as you exhale, your diaphragm lifts up in the rib cage, and that pulls up the organs. So your organs are moving with your breath. Inhale, expand your low back and your back ribs.
And exhale down your back ribs and low back. It's so important that we learn how to breathe properly when we're talking about the core. The diaphragm, the breathing diaphragm and the pelvic diaphragm are also parts of your core. Your core is like a cylinder, and the top of the cylinder is the breathing diaphragm, the bottom of the cylinder is the pelvic diaphragm. When we slow down our exhale, we are able to turn on the parasympathetic nervous system. Letting your body arrive into a place of peace, of surrender. All right, so now we'll do a check-in. You can do this on your back if you like, or you can be seated like me. And if you're gonna do this on your back, do not use the Coregeous ball. Be flat on your back. And then take your arms by your ears. Hook your thumbs so your arms are nice and engaged. And imagine you're pulling your thumbs. Now, the diaphragmatic breathing is also known as the diaphragm vacuum, or in yoga, we call it the Uddiyana Bandha, which is literally like a deep massage with your core, lifting up into your rib cage. Okay, so I'm going to show you what mine looks like, and then we'll do it together. So when I exhale, I cannot talk because everything is pulled up. So this is also a Kriya Yoga technique for cleansing and detoxing. So I'm going to take my arms up, and then I inhale, and as I exhale, I empty out everything and lift the diaphragm into the rib cage. And I really have to gasp to get that air back because it's so deep. So let's do that together. You can again do this seated or on the back. Arms by the ears, take a big inhale, and exhale everything out. And we'll do that one more time. You gotta exhale everything out. You lift the diaphragm up into the ribs. It's huge, it's a lot of work. All right, one more, inhale. Exhale. All right, so we will do that again at the end and see if we notice a difference in our diaphragm strength. So we're going to start with the Coregeous ball on our low ribs. So on your low ribs, back ribs here, we're going to start on one side, and you can rest your head if you want. And the top hand is going to go up onto the top of the ribs, and then you'll rib cage, breathe into the top ribs. And then you exhale, press into the ball. So we're getting a little lateral flexion. Inhale, expand. Exhale, press into your ball. Should I let her in? I feel like she'll go crazy with all the tune-up balls everywhere. We should get her a set so she doesn't go left out. She brought a ball. Oh, good. You brought your own ball. Good. Good girl, Callie. You got her tennis ball. She's ready. Ready for tune-up? All right, one more time. Inhale, expand. And exhale, press ribs into the ball. Good. Now we're just going to massage from towards the front of the ribs, staying on one hemisphere, and then to the other side. Okay, we're just going to massage, making the area around our low ribs soften. It tends to be restricted in this area. Hello. And so, you know, the ribs tend to get tight, especially if we're not using this area very much. Oh, you show me the ball? Your tennis ball there? So cute if you're chewing. I know, you find your own ball.
Kelly size ball.
The Kelly size. Tennis ball probably too big.
That
All
was
right.
her ball from when she was a baby.
Oh, her baby ball. That's so cute. All right, now we get to switch sides. Take it to the other rib cage, other hemisphere. And then the top hand comes onto the ribs. As you inhale, expand. As you exhale, press into your ball. Inhale, expand. Exhale, press your ribs. So the transverse abdominis starts at the rib cage. So when we massage, we're not just massaging the ribs and helping to stretch the intercostals, but we're massaging the top, the origin of the transverse abdominis, the TBA. Exhale, press. Okay, good. And then let's start to roll side to side from the front to the back of this hemisphere, of these ribs. So it's so small. Notice if there's a difference on one side. All right. Now we're going to go to the front of the ribs, to the bottom of the sternum, which is called the xiphoid process. It's a little pointy part that does have some space around it. So we're going to lay down with the Coregeous ball on the front low ribs. And I'm just going to sort of find it with the pressure of my body. I'm just moving things around, circles, swaying, whatever you need to do. And this is such a great way to start to get to know your body, because when we use pressure, we use sensation, we can start to get that feedback, and then we'll start to awaken more tissue. Okay. Now that we're in this prone position, we're going to lift up the low waist. The TBA is smiling up, away from your waistband. That's your core getting nice and engaged. And then you can relax. And then again, engage, lift the TBA from your waistband. And then relax. And then one more time, lift up. Feel your core. It's also like a belt. It feels like a belt is tightening around your front waist. Good. And then we'll take the ball down towards the gut, the cavity below your ribs, right? Because from your ribs to your pelvis, there's a big gap. And it's where all your internal organs are. And so now we're just going to let this massage deep in this cavity of our body. And if you're doing this with a full stomach, if you just ate, then it will not be comfortable. It's always ideal to do movement practice before eating. And now we're just going to relax and understand that if there is something coming up for you, if you're feeling resistance to this in any way, breathe through. Yeah, we want to really breathe mindfully. So I'm going to just let my head come down and surrender to this massage. This is also really good for reducing low back pain. There's a lot of stuff that can get pretty knotted up. Inhaling down your back. Exhale down your back. All right, we're going to move on and we're going to grab the tune-up balls. So the tune-up balls, we are putting these on the low back where the QL is. So below my ribs, it's kind of like the bra strap area, is like where the ribs end. The two balls are going to be on one side of the spine. This is my spine, I'm not on it. I'm on the side of it. She's got her spot right there. So this can be also a lot, especially because this area is pretty restricted. You're gonna keep your hips nice and heavy. And let your weight fall down into the tune-up balls. And then we're going to start going side to side. So sway the hips as you move. Stripping the lats. And if we're getting enough pressure, we can get down into the QL. Remember, the QL and iliopsoas connects to the diaphragm. So we have to really master the diaphragmatic breathing in order to access these muscles. And to really feel where they are is one of the best reasons I love using these tune-up balls, the massage aspect of it. Okay, now we're going to stay right here. We're going to roll onto the side where the balls are. We're going to put more pressure into the, thank you, Callie. Thank you. Thank you for the ball. So we're putting more weight on that side of the body as we keep the balls there. We kind of sway onto the one hip. Yep. Good, good, good. Okay, let's switch sides. Actually, no, but let's switch the balls to the parallel to the waist. So just turn the balls from vertical to horizontal. I know, it's gonna get intense. Okay. Oh yeah, feeling it right now, feeling it right there. So we're staying on the one side of the spine. We're in the low back region. We're not on the hips, not on the ribs. And then we're gonna go sway the knees side to side. Oh yeah. Remember, when there's more sensation, that means you need to massage that area because the fibers are tight. And the massage is breaking up the tightness of the fibers of the fascia, creating more room for you to move those muscles and create more blood flow. Awesome. Oh yeah. All right, now let's switch sides. So go back to the vertical, keeping it parallel with your spine, and stay on one side of your spine. And then we're gonna move the hips side to side. Side to side, like we're rocking the boat. Find that deep inhalation into your low back. Ooh. Down into your low back as you inhale, expanding up your spine. Feel the diaphragm moving down towards the balls. Exhale to surrender your weight even more. Good, and then let's roll more onto one side towards the balls. Sort of getting that sort of digging, you're getting it to dig in down into the muscle. Okay, and then let's turn the balls perpendicular to the spine. She likes to put the ball between my feet. She's like, she wants to hold it. Yeah, she's like, just hold it with your feet, please. I can't do that. I don't know how to do that.
That's how I do things when I'm busy.
Yeah, right. Like, you just need one of those like.
She probably loves those cat toys.
Yeah, there's like those cat toys, right? Like for dogs. And then let's lean over to one side and get that pressure in there. Nice. Nice and deep with that pressure. Okay. Here we go. We're going to the front now. This is where it's going to get sensational. So we're going to take these out of. No, these are mine. These are mine. Mine. That's yours. No, no, that was. Look, that's yours. Go get it. These are mine. All right, we only have one more muscle. We're gonna do the iliopsoas. So I'm putting these right up at the top of the thigh bone, and then we're gonna go down. We're gonna try to stay close to the inside. So we're putting them right in here. Okay. And take your time with this. I know. These don't squeak, so I don't know if you want them. And then we're just gonna go down, move your body up a little more. And then you can also externally rotate your leg. If you externally rotate your leg, you're gonna be able to get more inside the thigh. We're going down, we're plowing as we slide down. No, no, no. It's this one. It's this one. Okay, now we get to go with one. Here we go, take one out. We start again at the top. Oh my goodness, yes, we start at the top. So the iliopsoas goes over the front of your pelvis. It goes over the front. So that's why if we can go with one ball, it's gonna get there more directly. And then add a little side to side. And then let's go down. Slide the body up a little bit. Again, you can externally rotate your leg to get more into it. Side to side. And then one more time, moving up. And then a little side to side. No birthing. No. Okay, let's do the other side, the other leg. You've got your two balls here. We're going to start at the top. Top of the side. Pretty close to the pubic bone. And just kind of let the weight go down. Those are fun. You don't want those balls. She's bringing all her toys, so she'll have some distractions. All right, let's move our body. Adding a little external rotation. Her grunts are so cute. Side to side, get that pressure in there. Oh, bless you. All right, we're gonna go with the one. Here we go. Switching it out. Switching it out. Start at the top of the thigh bone. Oh yeah, feeling it right away. So it's at the base of the pelvis and then thigh bone. She's got so much energy. She wants to play. Get excited. Here, there's this way. And then we'll go down. Oh my goodness, yes, going down. Add that external rotation in the legs, sway a little side to side. Any twitching stuff is actually part of the release. It's very tight. So we massaged our TVA, our obliques, our rectus abdominis, and we got all the way through the other side to the low back when we did that belly pressure. Yeah, I know, it's so cool. And now we're doing, we just did the QL, and now we're doing the iliopsoas. So those are all the areas that we just targeted for this core focus class. And this is also a great way to end the day if you need some way to sort of calm everything down, tension, maybe after sitting or driving a lot. Okay, so now we're gonna put these back. Bye-bye. Say bye-bye to the balls. Her eyes, she's just like staring at me. I know, but they're not for you. Okay, now we're just gonna recheck and do that same diaphragmatic breathing that we did at the beginning. So you can be on your back, you can be sitting. Take your arms up. Hook your thumbs. Take a nice big inhale, and then here we go with the vacuum as you exhale. We'll do that 2 more times. Just notice the difference. If you're able to have more room, more range when you do it. Inhale. Exhale. And we'll do one more, but this time we're gonna massage to the belly that is gonna move. The diaphragm is moving. It's gonna go side to side. Okay, I'll show you the front view. Inhale and exhale. All right, I hope that you feel more in tune with your core and how it works. Thank you so much.